Right, do I have a couple of volunteers?
Welcome to Blackfire Innovation. We're going to show you all sorts of fun toys. Why don't you come along?
This is a one-for-one scale model of the gadget device.
My name is Ed Mumm. I am the founder of Dig This here in Las Vegas. It's been a great journey from the time we started. I've always had an amazing appreciation for heavy equipment ever since I was a little kid. I grew up in New Zealand, always been around heavy equipment, but never really got to operate it, and always wanted to, and I knew at some point that I would get there eventually. Took 3 months off work, basically, jumped on a plane, got here to the US. We just rented a car, didn't really know where we were going, and just started zigzagging all through the West. Got into Colorado, ran into a gal there, and who's now my wife. That was 32 years ago. We found a piece of property in Colorado in Steamboat Springs. We built a house, and I decided to do all the construction work myself. You know, we rented a big bulldozer and an excavator and started building roads and the foundations for the house. Man, I really enjoyed that experience. It was from there that I realized, when I was sitting in an excavator there one day, I was like, man, if I'm having this good a time, imagine the amount of people that just love to come out and experience the thrill of operating heavy equipment like I was. So I invited a few friends out, just tested the concept, and they were there within minutes of saying, hey, do you want to come out and run a bulldozer or an excavator? And they were there in a flash. So I sort of put them through their paces and couldn't really get them out of the machines. They were having such a great time. From there, the roots of Dig This began. We started up a little test operation of a heavy equipment attraction in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. The key was building a program to where people would leave really happy and with a huge sense of achievement after operating a piece of equipment for an hour to 2 hours. In 2011, we moved everything over here to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is an amazing place for attractions. It's probably one of the probably best destinations in the world for what's on offer here. Dig This certainly fitted the mold. Really cool, desirable attractions, and have been able to offer a lot of really cool experiences for thousands of people that have been here. And just seeing the look on their faces when they're done and that huge sense of accomplishment, that's what makes me come out here every day, and watching them leave with a huge sense of achievement is the key here. I think the best way to explain Dig This is to actually get a couple of people in the machines, and just having a visual of what we do is going to be really key. Right, do I have a couple of volunteers? All right, guys, come on out. Let's go. Right, you ready for a bit of competition?
Oh, I can't wait.
Guys, we're going to do a warm-up activity first, just to get you orientated with the controls, and we're going to lift the boom all the way up. Okay, stop about 4 feet above the ground there. And stop there. The arms. Spin all the way around, Tommy. Good job, guys. That's the fun stick right there. Right. And I want you to come directly towards me, okay? Just want to get a feel for that steering. Position you over here. All right, stop there. Tommy, see this cone here? And stop there. That's with your right hand. Sorry, your left hand. Your other. Stop there. We're going to do a little handstand just to get going, okay? Just for the thrill factor. All right. I want you to just keep pushing down on that right hand, and you're going to lift up, okay?
Oh, wow.
Okay, guys, stop there. How does that feel?
It feels a little bit different. I feel like I might go over. You got it.
Jeremy. Okay, stop there. Left hand back. When that fills up, just stop. Good job, guys. Your first big bucket. Just lift it about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. That's all you need. Right hand to the right. Nice.
Jeremy's got the advantage. He plays video games all day.
Hey, no excuses yet, Tommy. Jeremy, keep digging.
All right, let's do it.
You know what you're doing there. Yeah, perfect.
Look at that.
Mate, that's a perfect scoop right there. Swing over and dump that, Tommy. Yeah, just left hand back, just like that, mate. Yep. Bucket.
Make sure I get high enough to get
That's
over
huge.
my,
You can't get any more on than that. Okay guys, let's have a little bit of competition here. I can tell you two are pretty competitive, and I've got a really nice competition lined up here for you. It's called Excavator basketball. Have you guys ever played basketball in your life?
I have.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Well, it's not going to matter because this is totally different.
Okay.
So, but the whole goal is you just got to scoop a ball off the cone and get 3 balls, put them into the hoop, and that's it.
Sounds easy enough. You ready?
Okay.
I think, you know.
You ready for this?
No, let's. Oh, no, you're doing the double fawns over here?
Righto, gentlemen, this is the basketball challenge. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Righto. Here's the rules. Just try to get as many balls in that tire hoop as you possibly can. The winner with the most balls in the tire hoop is the winner, okay?
Yep.
Right, guys, on your mark, get set, go.
All right, boys. Ready to go down? Oh, all my skills are just like forgot everything.
Oh, no.
The pressure of competition is making me worry.
Now, if you drop one, you just got to go on to the next one, okay?
Oh,
Get my teeth down.
I'll have to pick the basketball up from the ground.
No,
Oh, man. I already lost the ball.
you already lost the ball,
Oh,
so
jeez. I hope. Oh, man, Tommy's looking good over there.
that's okay, Jeremy. Get on to the next one.
Tommy's already looking good.
I keep forgetting how to get up.
Right hand back. Right hand back.
Right hand back. There
Yes.
we go. Now this is the once you get it, it's not over yet. You still got to put the ball in the
That's
hoop.
right. Yeah.
That's just as hard. Too high of a shot from up here.
Okay, Jeremy, the pressure's on, mate.
I know. All right.
Jeremy's really focused on this one, Tommy. He knows he's behind the AK.
There it is. Just hope Tommy drops one of these.
Come on, ball.
All right.
All right.
All right, Tommy's got one down. On for number
These
2.
are tougher when you get close to the thing. I got to focus, you know?
Yep.
And you're,
All
man, that
right,
was
Jeremy's
close.
got one.
now you're on an angle.
We're tied up, guys.
Hold on here. This one's a little more difficult because
working
you've
on
got to
speed,
come on a
huh?
different angle here.
That's right.
Look at here. Look at this finesse.
No.
Oh, no. Jeremy.
Oh, man.
If you get this one, Tommy, you're the winner.
I knew I was the winner when I got here already.
Oh,
Did
man.
that ball go in there, Jeremy? Did you lose the ball?
Yeah, I lost both balls. We got one ball in.
Okay, so Tommy, this is the winning ball right here.
High above.
That's it. Yay! Tommy is the winner.
I got to see if I can.
man.
But you know what?
I got too eager.
I'm going to go for the trifecta. I know I won, but now I want to.
He's just going to rub it in now, Jeremy. He's adding salt to the wound here, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Oh.
baby.
This is why we do it this way, so.
Oh, man. Tommy's got good technique.
Oh, mate, look.
That's perfect technique right there.
Yeah, I'm feeling strong, baby.
Oh, man.
Woo!
That was impressive.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to force the ball in there.
High above, buddy.
You're going to do it from a high.
Come on, get in there.
Oh, yeah!
All three.
Right, no high-fiving with the buckets, okay?
Who's the best? It's killing him. Look at him. He's so red.
I'm terrible.
You got nervous.
Righto, how's that, guys?
I felt really great, man. Thanks. This is awesome.
So obviously the winner today was Tommy, and you should do the right thing and shake the opponent's hand here.
Good job.
Good job.
You can raise mine. Can you raise my arm?
You,
Thanks. Raise my arm.
still,
No, not his.
Just this guy.
He lost. Just
he
mine.
needs to leave with some, with something.
Dignity.
So
Give me some dignity here.
Welcome to Blackfire Innovation, UNLV's new innovation campus here in the southwest part of the valley. I'm UNLV Vice President of Economic Development, Bob Bernhard. We're going to show you all sorts of fun toys. Why don't you come along? Imagine walking into a hotel room and turning on the window. and learning that it's actually a TV. This is an idea hatched in our hospitality lab where a group of students went on a spring break trip gone wrong. They walked into their hotel room, they opened up the window, and they had a view of the HVAC system. In other words, they had no view. So they thought, what if we could create a beautiful view at our window or even watch the Super Bowl? These are the kinds of ideas that we turn into commercialized products here at Blackfire Innovation. The city of Las Vegas is the global capital of the fun economy, which we define as tourism plus sports plus entertainment. We think that's about 14% of the whole world's economy today. To give you a sense of perspective, that's about 9 times the size of the global pharmaceutical industry, 7 times the size of the global apparel industry, it's 5 times the size of the automobile industry, and it's 3 times the size of agriculture. So the days of having a vacation where you come to Las Vegas, those days are gone. This is the real world. And what we're doing here in the hotel room of the future is we're inventing the future. This is the world's first zero water bed sheet. This was a winner of one of our Lee Prizes for innovation. Instead of this bed sheet going downstairs into what used to be a laundry room that used tens of thousands of gallons of water, this goes into a machine that melts it at really high temperatures, turning it into little white pellets that then in turn get pressed into a brand new bed sheet, completely clean, completely sterilized, zero water. As you might imagine, UNLV students are very interested in water. They have to live in this valley, of course, in the decades to come. So these are the kinds of things that they focus on. Over to my left is something that might belong in a spa. And we have a master's student in our world-class hotel program that in fact has co-invented this project and worked on a massage table that massages you from underneath while you're getting massaged from above. This incorporates a sound wave technology that in fact feels way better than yesterday's massage table. This is Jita. Jita's a robot that will follow you around like a puppy, and she has a very useful belly where you can put medical equipment or even ice and beer. The way Jita works is she's got a few cameras here up in front, and all she does is when I turn her on, she sees me, and then with her cameras, I don't have a fob, I don't have an app, she just knows to follow me around. As a kid growing up in Las Vegas, every summer we would go to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Southern California. And what was amazing was that every summer there was a brand new roller coaster that they had unveiled. And as a kid you think, wow, awesome, new roller coaster. As a grown-up, of course, you start to realize that they need to introduce a new roller coaster every summer, otherwise the product stagnates and people stop coming to your amusement park. Well, the same concept is true here in Las Vegas. The moment we stop innovating is the moment that people stop coming to our resorts, to our Las Vegas Strip amusement park. Welcome to the UNLV Esports Arena, where we tell our students, invent the resort that you would go to. And of course, very frequently, the way that they play is with video games. So we have a full video game setup here, replete with stands, replete with 2 different locations for the teams to play against one another, and this is where we invent the future of the resort. If this has animated your innovation imagination, if you're the kind of person that's always had an idea but you've never quite known what to do with it, bring it here to your local powerhouse university and UNLV's Blackfire Innovation Campus, where we take those ideas and help you turn them into a reality.
Lighting up the desert skies for miles around, the fierce fireball flare is the signal for instant action. This is the force that can destroy our world. On this we find the road to peace.
Hello, my name is Joseph Kent. I'm the Director of Curation and Exhibits here at the Atomic Museum in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now this device here may be familiar to those of you who watched Christopher Nolan's movie, Oppenheimer. This is a 1-for-1 scale model of the Gadget device. Now for the uninitiated, what the Gadget device is the bomb that was detonated at the top of a 100-foot tall tower out in the New Mexico desert as part of the Manhattan Project. Now looking at this, it almost resembles the real thing, and that's by intention. We wanted to make sure that all of the wires and cables and intricacies really came alive for our visitors. So through the different photographs from all different angles, we were able to capture just the sheer size as well as how complicated this was and how complicated and involved the entire Manhattan Project was. So if you'd like to see this one-for-one scale model of the gadget device, come visit us at the Atomic Museum here in Las Vegas, or visit us at atomicmuseum.vegas. We'd love to have you and hope you have a wonderful day.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sailing, Executive Director and Co-founder at Startup NB. A tech startup, from my definition, and I think most people would agree with this, is a company that uses technology to address a very large market that can help that solution or product scale without necessarily having to add lots and lots of people to do it. So software is a great example of that, right? Where you can add new customers to your online solution without having to add a ton of people in order to do that. You can do it with technology. The purpose of this building and the International Innovation Center here in Las Vegas is to create a great place for people to work. And the other added benefit of the Innovation Center is that it's a great place for startups. It's a very cost-effective way to have a professional office. We look for tech startups that are scalable and that are addressing a very large market. I think we have the talent here. I think we have the community here that's interested in it. And of course, we've got the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs are always excited about trying to make their ideas and their dreams come true. So we've got all of the tools in place to make it happen. Then it's a question of executing and making all of those things happen. Lucihub checks all of those boxes. It's been a very difficult thing to do your own video production. For a lot of startups, they don't have the wherewithal to hire a big crew or have all the professional equipment. So being able to put together a professional looking video in a very short period of time, it's hard to beat. I'd like to introduce you to Amer. He and I met back in 2017 when we were just getting Startup NV started. So we actually got to know each other over almost 5 or 6 years before we actually started talking together about us helping him in his Lucihub adventure.
I'm Amer, I'm founder and CEO of Lucihub. Well, I grew up in the Bay Area. I studied human factors and computer science, and then I ended up like most people in the tech industry over there. I came to Vegas about 10 years ago, doing some consulting for a company, and then ended up setting up a company out here and been here ever since. I got into tech because I was really fascinated by software development and technology and the idea that you could dream up something and then build it. One of the companies I was working with, I ended up producing and working on a commercial, and I was really fascinated by it. So I decided to make a left turn and started a digital production company back when everybody was just moving from tape to digital. Social media has created this huge demand for video content, but it's reduced the shelf life. In the past, you'd do a 30-second spot or a 15, and it could live for 6 months, 12 months. Today, you're lucky if your video actually gets noticed for more than a week or two. What we do is we let you create professional quality content before the hype dies. I always say it's hard to build a product or service. It's even harder to sell and market it. Actually why we created Lucihub, so you can use our platform to generate content cost effectively and still maintain quality. So we specialize in short form, anything under 4 minutes. It could be a sizzle, it could be an interview, it could be a testimonial, it could be a training video. As long as it's under 4 minutes, we can turn it around from 72 hours to 2 hours, depending on the project.
72 hours to 2 hours, that's actually pretty incredible. I think we need to show our audience what that looks like. So I put a project together with you, and I got a couple of videos, and maybe you can do some social media for us.
Absolutely. We'll set you up on the Lucihub platform. You can upload your content on a project, and we'll send the final video to you.
All right, let's do it. Let's check it out.
Let's do it. I'm all in.
That's dude.
Okay, so Amer just set us up with an account on Lucihub. This is their website. He said it's a pretty easy process. Let's find out. Number 1, name of the project could be Vegas All In. Okay, what type of project is this? This is a product highlight. How long is the project? We'll just go with 60 seconds. Okay, so the orientation, we're gonna do 16 by 9. what type of music we listen to. We're looking for rock, pop, modern. I think that should be fun. Okay, so the notes on the style of project, we want fast-paced editing, impactful trailer. For our upcoming docu-series, use a lot of digital glitches, behind-the-scenes shots. Okay, so I just finished all the prompts. All that's left is for me to upload some videos. We got some already prepared. We got segments that we just took the music off, and we're gonna give them all the elements from our previous segments. They're gonna put them together into a cool video. Amer said the turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours. That's a tight turnaround. So I'm excited to see what they've got for us. Okay, so it's been 48 hours. I just got an email from Lucihub to download the video. It's right here on my PC. I don't know what to expect. I haven't seen this video yet. I'm pretty excited to see what they've done. I gave them a lot of footage. So let's see what the editors at Lucihub have done.
I live in Las Vegas, 23 years old, win the Olympics, not a bad place to go home to.
I love Las Vegas. I do feel like I'm sharing my Japanese culture to this community.
We're very fortunate to be in Vegas, it's entertainment capital of the world. We have a unique set of talents that this is probably the only place that we can shine.
I said filming the stuff, and then I uploaded them to YouTube, and that's when our YouTube channel was born. 50 million views or something like that. And then Ronda Rousey happened.
When you think about it, there's no other male review like Magic Mike Live.
If you think Bugsy Siegel invented Las Vegas, remember his initials.
I owe a lot to Las Vegas and the community for helping support us from coming from a food truck to where we are now.
Wow, that was actually really good. They took every single note that we had. We had the digital glitches, we had the RGB splits, we had the sound ups. They made it work. We gave them about 5 or 6 different segments and they tied it together really well. I don't really have too many negative things to say about this. They made the song work really well. That's fun. I'm gonna put this on our social media. You guys are gonna check it out too. Maybe comment and tell us, what do you think about this?
I'm Michael Green, a history professor at UNLV, and at the Neon Museum, I am in front of a sign that is iconic for a place that is iconic, the Moulin Rouge. The Moulin Rouge was the first integrated hotel casino in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was a segregated town. It was known as the Mississippi of the West. And in 1955, the Moulin Rouge opened in West Las Vegas and was a hotel casino with entertainment, fine dining, and all the things you associated with the Strip and downtown property. The difference was it was in the black community, and that meant that both white and black people could go there. At the time, if you were black, the Strip and downtown were off limits for your entertainment unless they happened to make an exception, and employment was limited to back-of-the-house things, whether it was porter or dishwasher or maid. Well, the Moulin Rouge didn't last long. It's a shame because it had a lot to offer. Everything from this sign to 3 great shows a night at 8, midnight, and 2:30 a.m. They did one later because a lot of the Strip performers and people who were gambling on the Strip and downtown would come over there when they were done and hang out with the black entertainers who could not hang out on the Strip. People like Sammy Davis Jr., Louis Armstrong, the Mills Brothers. There was a show at the Moulin Rouge, a production show emceed by Bob Bailey, a cousin of Pearl Bailey, who ended up staying here and going on to help lead the civil rights movement. And the civil rights movement would be tied to the Moulin Rouge. It closed after 6 months for a variety of reasons. One of them was location. It was far enough from the Strip and downtown that it was not that easy to get to for somebody who was staying in one of those areas. It was competing not only with other hotels, but with clubs in West Las Vegas on Jackson Avenue that had a long history and tradition there and had loyal customers. It was also a tough time to open a hotel casino in Las Vegas. In 1955, have 4 brand new properties and 1 renovated, 1 opened. The New Frontier survived. The Moulin Rouge didn't. The Royal Nevada didn't. It became part of the Stardust. The other 2 were the Riviera and Dunes, which became famous names on the Strip, but they too almost went bankrupt. Las Vegas had overbuilt, and the Moulin Rouge was also a victim of that. There have been stories over the years that the mob shut down the Moulin Rouge, or that people shut it down because they could not bear the idea of African Americans having fun and making profits. Whatever the causes, the Moulin Rouge would reopen a few times, and it would be a scene of a major event in Las Vegas history. In March 1960, NAACP President James McMillan threatened a boycott in March if the Las Vegas hotel casinos downtown and on the Strip did not desegregate. Eventually, they agreed to do it, and they settled it in a meeting at the Moulin Rouge, so it became known as the Moulin Rouge Agreement. In fact, there's nothing written down. We're talking about people in the gaming industry at the time who came from the kind of background where you did not write things down if you could at all help it, and their word was good. The ones who signed on did indeed desegregate. There would be comeback attempts. Saran Knight Preddy, who was the first African-American woman to hold a gaming license in Nevada, would own it with her family for a while. Sad to say, eventually it burned down, and hope continues that they might be able to redevelop the area. Interestingly, this sign, a beautiful sign indeed, was designed by a woman named Betty Willis, who also designed the Welcome to Las Vegas sign that is part of everything you see about Las Vegas. And she designed this sign for people who were not welcome to Las Vegas.
That's the show. Watch more Vegas All-In stories and moments whenever you want to. Go online and search Vegas All-In PBS, and we'll see you there.